Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about whether or not oil paintings are easier to sell than acrylics, and if you can sell oil paintings for more money than acrylic paintings. Today I'm going to be giving you my collected 5 facts about both of them in regards to selling them and the ease of selling them. My first fact is oil paints are more expensive to buy for the artist than acrylic paints are. So if you have that fact, and depending on how you price out your artwork, some people do it by the square inch, some people do it by linear inch, some people break it down into time plus supplies. There's so many different ways of doing it, but if you do charge in your pricing structure for supplies, you can charge more for oil paints. They're more expensive for you to buy. You can mark up that cost in your price for selling your artwork. Fact number 2, oil paints were considered the elitist form of painting. Therefore, oil paintings were considered more valuable. This is not as prevalent today as an idea, but you will find certain art collectors that still do believe this and still do believe that oil paintings are the fantastic, above all else, higher form of painting. I personally think that most people don't believe this anymore, but you will find the occasional person who does still believe this. Most people think of that as an outdated idea and ideology, but some people are just like that. However, if you think about it, during the late 20th century and up until today, there have been some extremely famous painters that all they used were acrylics. So I really wouldn't get too worked up about the people who think of oil painting as the elitist form of the art world. To be honest, whether it's oil paints or acrylics, that doesn't really make a difference in the value of your artwork. What actually makes the value is how long you've been an artist working in your career, how many paintings you've sold, how little time do you have because of your art career due to commissions or creating bodies of work. All of that creates your value. Your time becomes more valuable, so therefore you can charge more for your paintings. Your paintings are valuable because you're an artist with talent that created something as an artist from your mind, like some sort of mythical magic. Fact number 3, acrylics were created in the 20th century as an alternative to oil paints. And the artists of the time really loved it because fast drying time, you don't have to sit around and wait like you do with oils, and just the overall look of them was different. Not to mention you can create fantastic textures with acrylic paints. And so it became like the hot new thing. So if you think about it that way, it's a very modern type of paint. We're in the modern world. Seems pretty cool to me. I know nowadays there's like mediums and stuff like that that you can mix in with the paint that gives it the effect and look of oils. So really, and with all the textures you can make and everything that's different about acrylic from oil, if people like the way your paintings look and they're acrylic, they're still gonna wanna buy them. Fact number 4, some people, especially in the average everyday Joe class, see the word oil in the description of a painting that they like and they immediately flee and freak out because in their head all they can think about is cha-ching, 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 high price tag, which may not have even been the case, but they just didn't even deal to mess around with it and just left. But that's interesting because there are plenty of acrylic paintings that are far more expensive than some oil paintings. So in that case, you kind of have a leg up when it comes to acrylics because people just automatically assume they're getting a good deal, easier to clean even. Like, it just seems like the more common man type of paint. Not everybody feels this way. Some people just see a painting that they love and they want to buy it no matter what. Those are the kind of people that we love. So for majority of the time, you don't get people that freak out and run away, but every now and then you can. So in terms of that, I definitely think it would be easier to sell acrylics over oils. Fact number 5, It's noticeable when you don't enjoy the work that you do and you don't enjoy the medium that you use to create it. It's very noticeable. Whether or not you use oil paints or acrylics, it really doesn't matter. If you find a right buyer and your work resonates with them, they will pay the price that you think your work is worth and have no problem with doing that, as long as you're using the materials that you enjoy and you're creating the artwork that you want to make. I've sold acrylics and I've sold oils, and I don't really believe that any of them really cared about the medium. They wanted to buy that artwork either way. You know, I have gotten commissions where they request oil or acrylic or watercolor or whatever. But if it's just like an already pre-made piece that I decided that I wanted to create and somebody wants to buy it, they just want to buy it because they love the piece. They're not like, that's an acrylic and I really wish it was an oil. Could you redo that? Or vice versa, you know, nobody is that picky about it. So I say paint with what you love and paint what you love and let the right buyer come to you. Obviously market yourself and all of that, get your name out there, but I wouldn't worry so much about the medium as long as it's the medium that you love. To each their own. I wouldn't worry about how easy it is to sell versus medium or what price you can get for it. Like I said earlier, your prices all depend on you as an artist, what you have sold, how many times you've sold, and your time becomes more valuable as you grow in your art career. So either way, I hope you end up making fantastic sales with fantastically high prices because you guys are worth it. You're worth it, and don't let the medium that you are using dictate how much you are worth. I used to struggle with this topic a lot and I could never find a right answer, and that's actually why I started using oils. Then I realized one day it doesn't matter. Acrylics sell, oils sell, watercolors sell. All that matters is that you're doing what you love with the tools that you love. I know this video probably did not give you the exact answers you were looking for, but unfortunately, this topic just does not allow for a cut and dry answer. I'd love to hear what mediums you enjoy using, so drop a comment down below with that. I'd love to hear. And if you did enjoy this video and you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And subscribe if you'd like to see more of my channel. I hope you guys have a fantastic day and a fantastic weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.